Oh, the winter chill. It is sweeping through upstate New York here in late December. But we've got football from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Buffalo Bills. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Throwing now is Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Bills at 12-2 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
First down.
On play action, Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff, running left is Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 9.
Regular.
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Round it. Alert. Off 52. Middle. What's that?
Allen going to throw. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. So they got a traffic there, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
A gain of 37 yards.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. And Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A 37-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Cook again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Powers ahead at the 45. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 36.
And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. To Boyle here over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Allen off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's caught. Watkins, touchdown Buffalo. Chris Watkins, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down.
Let's go now.
11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Ready.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, Colts.
Tap the 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Ready. Crack roll 80. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go. 19 left. Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That one finds Pierce right side. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Go. 19.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out. And the Colts are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And that flag accepted.
Young Wei Koo set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On play action, Allen. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now Cook running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Allen. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They run again on first down, Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Bills 21, Colts 7.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 3rd down and very long.
Come on, come on.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
It's 4th down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. A 1st down carry for Davis. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Allen. Well, man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
28, Colts 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And the Colts 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Bills' 47-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A 51-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Our first run now for Kyron Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He'll let one go deep for Downs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, 61 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Koo now for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening. Allen hit, he lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal. They got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts use the short field to get in for 6.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
What's that?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 17-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Allen going to change it up. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Allen. Across the formation, he hits Austin. This now a 3rd and 4.
56.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Alert, alert, alert.
To throw, it's Allen. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Pass the 50, pass the 50.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up one first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. 51 yards there on the return punt. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now for the point after. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 35, Colts 25.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
We'll get this to about the 38.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll drop to throw. That complete to Downs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
He'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On third down, here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On play action, Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
If you're going to take a shot downfield, 2nd and 1 is a perfect time to do it. If you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
And it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This pass left side to Downs. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Brown 80! What is that?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
56, 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's good for a Bills. 1st down.
Half 85, half 85.
1st and 10 at the 31.
They run the counter with Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Allen going to run with it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Got it. Ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Screen play set up for Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Warren. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They overload him that time in the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feet.
And got his man complete. Now he's loose again. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half was... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throw left side to Kincaid. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. First down, here's the run with Cook. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that was playing at an elite level.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
And the Colts first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10.
19-yard line.
Mustang 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Back to throw again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That makes the score Bills 60, Colts 31.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Bills, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.